We have just had a class on the nervous system, and I wanted to show you something, as I mentioned that I would. This is one of those disclaimers that don't try this at home type thing. I have been called an electrician. Electricians would know this as a switch leg. So what I'm going to do is show you that these two wires, I don't know if the camera can pick up the two wires, but are the two wires being shown? Okay, so you see two wires. These wires represent the space between two nerves. So you have the dendrite, then the body of the cell, and then the axon, and it feeds another cell. But they don't actually touch. It doesn't actually touch the next cell. There is a gap. That gap is called the synapse, okay? Now I'm gonna show you with this light right here that these are hot. These wires are hot. So when I touch these wires together, you see the light come on, okay? And I'm no longer touching them. I'm gonna touch them again, and the light comes on. Again, don't try this at home, okay? Now, that being said, I'm gonna put this in water. So I'm gonna bend these a little bit, and I'm gonna put them in water, okay? Putting them in water, basically, try to keep them separated, does nothing, okay? Putting them in water does nothing, right? There's a gap. So think of the gap as the synapse is what it's called, and it's the space between two nerves. So then we have neurotransmitters that help transfer the signal from one nerve to the next. So what I'm going to do to illustrate that is I'm going to get some salt, and our disclaimer is we do not use this at home. As a matter of fact, I went to the dollar store and bought this salt, okay? This is not a salt we use in our cooking here at Torso Ministry or in our home. But I'm going to, and I'll be honest with you, we didn't have a lot of time to practice this, so I'm just going to pray that all goes well. I'm going to start pouring a little salt in this jar. And you see, with a little salt, you see a little electricity. Now remember, we talked about epilepsy, and I told you that when vital force is called upon, sometimes if the body is not, necessarily operating at its optimum, that you'll get it in bursts. So I just want to illustrate that you can have some electricity flow, or you can have a whole lot of electricity flow. I hope you're able to see that the more salt I put in here, the brighter the light is, okay? All right, so that's a synapse. It is the space between two wires, and the reason why this is operating is this operates as an electrolyte. It allows electricity to flow like in distilled water, for example. Some of you all know about the hydrogen generator. Basically, it needs an electrolyte to function that way. So I'm going to take it out, and you can see that everything is the same. And again, it is, if I can give it a touch. You see? Synapse, the space between two nerves. That's our illustration for today. God bless you.